episode 201.
My name is Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Winnie. Welcome back. And if you're a new viewer, thanks for checking us out.
Yes.
This is the official beginning of our
fifth
year.
Yay!
Yay!
We got a lot of congratulations. Thank you, everybody, for watching us these last 4 years. We do appreciate it.
Seriously.
So some shout outs. We are still doing the well-loved pattern knit along.
Yeah, until the end of the month.
Examples of that would be clapetee, monkey socks, the rye hat, or
anything with 1,000 or
with
more
1,000 or
projects.
more. Color Affection is another one. Even plain vanilla sock, I think that's a pattern, and it's got over 15,000, whatever.
Yeah.
So anything over 1,000 projects is included, and we'll draw at the end of March. Our next episode at the end of March.
Yep. And then we are also at the end of this episode drawing for the pattern winner of Socks for Jeans ebook by Deborah Tomasello. So that'll be in the Gossip and Innuendo section. And we're going to be announcing a new contest for a Knittingsmybag Bag and Yarn set. Oops. And the one that I was doing, I somehow made go away. It's this beautiful springy bag, and it comes with some Numma Numma Panna sock that coordinates, and that was donated by Knittingsmybag. So we'll run that for 2 weeks. I'll come up with some kind of a contest.
Okay. Also, we want to say thank you. Send a thank you to Betty for Fiber for donating to the podcast.
Oh, thank you, Betty.
She private or instant message, I don't know what, Ravelry messaged me because her email did not have Betty for Fiber on it. It had a different name on it, so she just wanted to let us know who it was.
Thank you for letting us know.
So we appreciate it.
I also want to thank you, Netta, for the wonderful package she gave all of her old straight acrylic needles to Lily. She loved them.
Good.
They are so pretty. Some of them, they look like glass needles. They have like a spiral in the middle. They're so pretty. Lily was thrilled, and she's going to get a lot of use out of this because Netta's moving house, so she's downsizing.
I don't blame her.
So that was awesome. And we didn't get to go to the post office today because my post office is a satellite office, the one that we use for our post box, and they have weird hours.
They closed at 4, and I worked late. I have a chance of getting some overtime, and I am grabbing it.
Yeah, to make up for the time you missed.
That and the fact that they're really trying to limit overtime because we merged with another hospital, so they're checking everything. They're checking expenses is basically what they're doing.
Right.
So I
if you
grabbed
can get
overtime.
It, you can.
Yeah, and because overtime, where I work 40 hours, is sorry, we have kids downstairs doing stuff. Is time and a half for me, which works out really nicely. Time and a half. So I was late. I apologize.
So on the dance card, do you want me to go first?
Why don't you go first?
All right. The first thing on the dance card is I finally cast on Retiarius by Amy King, who is also known as Spunky Eclectic. In this, that's really good. You can see all the variants of shades in this yarn. It's so pretty. It's got like some purple.
I was gonna say, I'm like, all right, I know I'm not good with colors. I can't
talk today.
But I don't see purple in now.
Orange and pink and red, and it is so pretty. It's called Lobster, and this is in her mammoth base.
I like the shots of red right there. Like
I know,
the dark
there's like
burgundy.
A deep burgundy. It's the prettiest. This is one of my favorite colorways that she does. I've spun this. I've knit with this. It's like, I just really like it.
The colorway.
I like the colorway, yeah. I have never knit with yarn this fat before, and let me tell you, it's fun. Because it's going really fast, but these are size 15 needles, like knitting with baseball bats. It's not as relaxing as I thought it was going to be.
But the yarn is stiff. It's not squishy like you would, right?
Not so much. It's pretty loose. It's just hard to get a fat needle under. I don't know. It's
not as.
These are just big. Like right now I got to do yarn over knit 2 together, and it's just. awkward.
Not flowing
because
as...
the needles are like giant. But I'm enjoying it. This is what it looks like so far. It's like a mesh pattern, which I may have done a little bit wrong in a couple places. I already ripped it out once. Let me just tell you about this pattern. It requires you on the first row of the... Are you having a good time, Oscar? That is Oscar. Just as I don't know why he's so interested in this all of a sudden.
Because he knows I'm allergic to him. That's
all
why.
All of a sudden, every time we record, he is right up here. In this pattern, on the first design row, you join in the round, and then you start with a yarn over.
Okay.
The first stitch of the round is yarn over, and I thought it made my join edge really unstable to do that, to like have the joining stitch be a yarn over. So I reversed the pattern, and because it's like the other, there's like 4 pattern rows, and the other pattern row is the opposite. So I reversed it, and I started with the third pattern. I did the third, fourth, 1, 2. Doesn't make a difference, just so that the first stitch right here wouldn't have to be a yarn over to join it. But I keep forgetting where the end of the row is because I didn't bother to put a stitch marker on. And frankly, I'm not 100% sure I have stitch markers that are big enough for these needles. I probably do, but I was like, ugh, I'm not looking. You can see here how it's like this, and then it looks like this.
Oh, all right.
So I might have reversed it at some point, but I don't really care.
Yeah, because this looks a little different right here.
Yeah, you can't really tell. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to go that way. It's like zigzagging. I don't know. Anyway, I ripped it out the first time I thought I was doing it wrong, and it had that join, and then I did it the opposite way, and then I think I lost track of it again, and I just don't even care anymore. I'm done. I'm just going to knit it. You can't tell. It's so bulky that it's not like anybody's going to be inspecting it.
I am.
But I love it. I love this color. This yarn is super soft. I was like thinking of things. You know what I would really like to make with this yarn? I would love to make a throw pillow with a big fat cable on the front of it out of this yarn. I think that would be so pretty.
But you would have to knit with a tighter needle, wouldn't you, or no?
You might go down one size on it. I just think it would.
See, I don't know. It's hard to tell because you have such open work that.
Yeah, I think the chunkiness would make it super pretty as a pillow. I just think the front of the pillow, you'd have to do a cloth back. I don't think the whole pillow would be too crazy. But I was like, that would look really cute. Like just this bulky, thick stitches with a cable on it would be really pretty. Or even if you just did it plain, it would be really pretty.
I was going to say, I don't know if I'd want to be trying to cable that type
I think it would be so pretty. It would not be...
I'm not saying it wouldn't be pretty.
If you did a giant
all right, now
cable,
I'm thinking of it more as the fatigue on my hand.
Well, I'm thinking, when I say a cable, I'm thinking cross once, cross again. Like a big cable. I'm not talking about like knit 4 rows cable, knit 4 rows. So you'd only have to really cross over like twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you were doing like a frequent repeat cable, that would be crazy. I don't think I would do that. But I was just thinking that would make a super good, am I doing this wrong? Yes, I am. I'm doing this wrong. So, I should just put this away. I'm already making a mistake on this. So, I'm putting it back in my bag. And that's number 1 that I have. On the needles, second thing I have on the needles is my monkey sock. I am up to here. This is Knit Picks Felici in the Sorbet colorway. And I really like it. This is, nice yarn to knit with. I don't know if they're selling it right now. Sometimes they are, sometimes it's not.
I have no idea what Knit Picks is doing lately.
But I'm sad that I didn't buy more of it because it's a good value for money. And it's nice yarn. I just started the toe. You have to buy 2 skeins of this to do.
Yes.
1 for each pair. And
how much did you have left over on the first one?
I could have gone much more.
Not that much, though.
I could have gone.
No, but I mean, you have a lot. You know how like sometimes you have like almost.
Well, like on a bit regular skinny yarn, yeah, I could have a ton left.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what the yardage is. I guess I could look. I might still have the. Well, the odds are good that I like threw out the. Oh no, I still have one. It's 218 yards. So on a 400.
400 and something.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this just doesn't take as much yarn as or maybe it takes more yarn than.
Well, no, I think what it is see, this is over 400 yards of well, the remnants of 400 yards of sock yarn, but yours is split in two. Right. So it's going to look less.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So anyway, that's where I am with that one. It is a No-Purl monkey, which is relaxing and very simple to knit. It's very easy to read where you are in the pattern, which is good because I'm going to work on that instead of on this other thing, which requires me to pay attention. And then the last thing on the needles, I'm getting blown away by everybody in the knit along. I'm still on the 9th row of my Hitofude. Haven't knit anything on it. Haven't felt even the slightest desire to work on it. Mostly because it's just boring. So I need to make myself get going on that. I think once I get the sleeves joined, I'll be more motivated to work on it. But it's just right now, it's the same thing over and over again. So that's all I have on the dance card.
Okay. Officially, I have two things on the needles. I have my monkey socks. I was hoping to finish. I am right now grafting the toe. So this is actually the first sock that I knit because I was talking maybe last week how the sock felt short on my toes. So I added 4 more rows to the second sock. And I added, so I took it apart. I added 4 more rows, tried it on, and it was comfortable enough. Yeah. And so I took the second one apart, ripped all the way back from the decrease, added 5 more rows. Yeah. And then decreased the toe. And just so technically, these are on the needles. They will not be on the needles, hopefully shortly. And what I'm going to do after that is work on my son's sock here.
Oh, good.
I think I have maybe about a 1/2 inch to increase. Yet again, I mean, I got to pick up some of this. Ooh, dropped a stitch.
I hate that.
That's all right. It's not going anywhere, not with this wool.
Not with the way you knit. The other stitches are holding it there like iron.
Anyways. No, not with the way I knit. That's probably why I have finger problems. So this will hopefully at least have one sock done next year. Next year. I'm not going to be here for a whole year. So that's what's on my needles. This is Knit Pro Carbons, and I'm using
Knitter's Pride.
Knitter's Pride. Why did I say Knit Pro?
Knit Pro. I don't know.
Is Knit Pro the UK version?
I think Knit Pro might be the UK version of Knit Picks.
Maybe.
But either way, those are Knitter's Pride.
I'm sorry, Knitter's Pride, and I'm using the Knitter's Pride Cubics on this one. This is size 2, where that's 1.5. This is a thicker yarn, where this is not. This is a little thinner. Yeah, you can tell. Wow.
Yeah, you can tell quite a bit.
Yeah, so this is Socks That Rock medium weight, and on the Socks That Rock lightweight, I use the 1.5.
Cool.
So this is the first time I've actually knit with size 2 in the Socks That Rock medium weight, because normally I knit 1.5. I know. I'm trying to be better because I want to be able to knit until my late ages, and the rate I'm going, I'm not going to be able to. So I'm trying to get better with my gauge. We'll see how it works out.
I just think it's funny. Your socks are like iron.
Unfortunately, they don't always wear like iron, because I do wear them a lot. Anyways, that's all I have actively on the needle.
Okay. Cool.
Scared me.
Oscar. All right. Rate your date. I have a project half done. PhD. I finished 1 monkey sock. Ta-da! I like it. It came out really nice. I love the way that the pattern on the monkey causes a really subtle wave in the color, in the striping.
Yeah.
It's pretty. And I think this will be really cozy to wear.
I can't wait to wear mine.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait to start my next pair. I think the next pair that I knit with, I was just thinking, I saw some yarn in my stash, and I was thinking I might want to do Lucky Cat from Fiber Nymph. Remember I got Lucky Cat yarn?
No, not really.
It's white, and it has like the Hudson Bay blanket colors, but they're also the Lucky Cat colors, like yellow, green, red,
No,
black.
because if I'd seen that, I would have been...
Oh, no, I showed it on the show.
I'm sure you did.
You were there.
I'm sure I was.
You're the one who said, it reminds me of a Hudson Bay blanket.
I know.
I'm thinking I might use that one next. I
vaguely remember it.
I went through my stash a little bit because we had to take everything out from under the eaves when we had the ice dams, and so that we could make sure there was no leaking under the eaves. And then it was in the middle of my room, and I had to clean out my yarn closet. Everything was in the middle of my room, my craft room. And I finally put everything back this weekend. So then I was finding stuff that was laying out that hadn't been cataloged. I have a bunch of stuff I got to take pictures of, and that was one of them. And I was like, oh, I might knit with that next. So, but that was No-Purl Monkey, and highly recommend.
Oh, yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, one of my Instagram followers and a viewer would happen to be doing the monkey socks. And it's very colors similar to my original, or these ones. They're reddish orange.
Amelia.
So she finished hers. They look good.
Yeah, it's a nice, quick, easy pattern.
It is super easy, hence the reason why there's like 20,000 of them.
Yeah, this would be like good for the whole knit-along well-loved pattern.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This is a well-loved pattern. Either one, regular monkey or No-Purl monkey.
I find it funny now that we've now completed 2 knit-alongs.
I know.
Unofficially. I think that's the key for us, is unofficial
it can't
knit-alongs.
be planned.
No.
It's much better if one person is knitting something and the other person's like, I really like that. I think I'm going to knit it. That seems to be more effective than trying to pick something out.
Yep. And this also goes in with my Blue Moon knit-along. No, my Urbana did the Blue Moon knit-along, which, hey, Denise, get on the bandwagon there, girl.
Denise has had a lot
I know. After this weekend, hopefully she'll be able to.
So, everybody in the Hitofude knit-along is like wiping the floor with me. I really have to get more stuff going. So that's it for Rate My Date. You don't have any dates to rate?
Well,
Not yet.
I'm gonna, if we can wait, if I can do my Rate My Date in a few minutes.
Okay, well, let me talk about Whirlwind Romance.
All right, cool.
So, I have a Whirlwind Romance of actual spinning, which I'm going to put a photograph of here. And the reason I'm showing you a photograph is because I don't want to take it all off of my spinning wheel. But I am spinning this loop bullseye bat. It's called Strobe, and it has different colors.
Did we get that at Rhinebeck?
I'm thinking I did get this at Rhinebeck.
You did.
I thought it would be fun to spin it pretty thin and spin it for socks, because it's going to kind of be self-striping.
How's it going?
It's going really well. I spun about, this is a 5-ounce bump. I spun maybe an ounce of it. My wheel is out because since I was able to put everything away upstairs, I was able to move my spinning wheel, my big spinning wheel upstairs. And so now I have my sidekick just out. And I have a Whirlwind Romance exciting announcement. A lot of people, if you're on Instagram or you're on Ravelry, there is a bobbin maker called Acreworks. And they make these really beautiful, I think they're printed on a 3D printer, but they've got beautiful plastic walls.
Yeah, all right, I've seen those.
And I like them. They're expensive bobbins. But I don't buy any because for the longest time, they only had them for the regular shocked flyer. If you have a shocked spinning wheel, either a Sidekick, Ladybug, or Matchless, they can all use the same flyer and bobbins. I have 2 shocked wheels, but I don't use the regular flyer. I have a woolly winder flyer, and the designer of Acreworks had come up with a design for some other woolly winder versions, and so I was keeping my fingers crossed that he would come up with a design for the shocked wheels, and he is. And I am one of the lucky people who gets to test. So
nice.
I'm super excited about it. I put my order in. I'm getting a teal colored bobbin in the lace design that will hopefully work on my woolly winder, and I'll be able to give feedback to him about how well it's working and if it fits correctly and everything.
Cool.
So I'm very excited about that, and I'll share my progress about that with you here. I just found that out yesterday. I was like, woohoo! So check out Acreworks if you're interested in seeing those bobbins. He is trying really hard to cover as many wheels and flyer versions as he can, but he takes time with each one. He extensively tests them before he puts them out for general sale. And people seem to be really happy with them, and the fun thing is that they come apart, so rather than having to pack in your bag if you're going to your guild meeting or whatever, with a bobbin shape, you can take the 2 ends off and pack it flat, which is really nice. The woolly winder bobbins and the shocked regular bobbins that I have, the wooden ones, don't come apart. So they're shaped like little barbells.
Right.
It's much easier to pack something that you can take apart like that. So I'll link to Acreworks on my show notes. Oops, that needs to go here.
All right, can I borrow your blocker?
Yeah, here, I have an empty one right here.
All right. So I have a date to rate. I am officially done. Well, I'm still weaving in my ends, but how many times do we weave in our not weave in our ends, and we still call it done?
For my mom, every time.
Exactly. Although she's been really good lately, so.
I have to tell you, this is called strobe colorway. I'm not sure I mentioned that.
You did.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I was just writing it down now.
Nope, that's fine.
All right.
So I am officially done, because I'm not going to bring these back next week, because they'll probably be on my foot. With the Monkey Socks by Cookie A. This is the Blue Moon Fiber Arts in Mill End's Fire theme, I guess you could call it. Cuff down, where Wendy was doing hers toe up.
Yep.
I did a typical 2x2 rib or 2x slip stitch heel. I'm like, what is the name of that? Slip stitch heel, picked up the gusset, decreased. I did a total, I think, of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which the pattern calls for 6 on the cuff and whatever you need on the bottom. But what I ended up doing, and I said this before, it said to start decreasing after one of the rounds, and I couldn't, because if I tried to finish it, it would, I think, be too long if I did one more round. So I did total of 8 plain rounds before I started decreasing my toe, which I think works out best. I can't wait to wear these.
I have to point out, despite Sheila's misgiving as to yarn overs on socks, these socks are full of yarn overs.
Yes, I know they are. I know they are.
I was thinking about that when I was knitting it. I'm like, wait a minute.
The reason I don't like a lot of lace work on
the yarn over.
I don't like a lot of lace work on my socks because it defeats the purpose. But because I've knit these before, my bias to lace knit, I knew how warm they are.
I'm sitting there going,
but I do not choose to do a lot of lace work on my. I'll do it on the cuffs, but for some reason not on the foot. Typically.
I just had to point that out.
I know.
I thought it was funny. I thought about it the other day when I finished that. I was like, hey, wait a minute.
So, some of these have the left-leaning decreases are different because I was doing testing.
You cannot tell.
No, I can't even tell. I want to say it's actually, this is the second sock. I'm finishing the first with the toe. And it's grafted. The toe is grafted. I'm just weaving in my ends. I'll prove to you that my toe is grafted. See?
It's done.
So what I did here is this is where I was running out of my yarn.
Yeah.
Because I took it back.
Yeah.
And then I just added in of course, I didn't realize it when I did it. I'm like, oh, I did it on the bottom of the toe. My concern isn't so much of the feel of it, because once you wear it, you're not going to feel it. It's going to be the concern of having it loosen up. So I'll probably weave these in quite a bit.
It'll probably felt in pretty well because of the friction.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
So I wouldn't worry about that.
I will probably make another pair of these in a different color. I think
Is that your future date?
Not right now, no. It will be. It's something like future. I think I need a pair of these in blue.
Oh, that would
or a
be
blue
pretty.
hue, and I know which one. I think the Ishkabibble.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
So I had a lot of fun making these. And they're so soft and squishy. So yeah,
squishy is pushing it a little.
These are soft and squishy. To me, they're soft and squishy.
These are soft and squishy. Those are soft and slightly stiff. Kind of like frosting, you know? Like a good frosting is like you can mold it and shape it.
To me, they are soft and squishy. And since I'm the one who's wearing them.
Hey, I'm not knocking you. I'm just pointing out the reality of things. So future dates.
Whoops.
I have no future dates. I am going to finish. Like I said, I might make my next sock out of my Fiber Nymph Lucky Cat, which I had to have.
My future date. Am I grabbing the toes on those? I don't want to grab the toes. I think I'm grabbing the grafting part in my weaving, and I don't want to do that. So my coworker, who, if anyone follows me on Instagram, I worked for a coworker on Sunday, and she gave me a gift to say thank you, which she didn't need to. So of course, I feel obligated to repay. Anyways, her daughter's having a baby in May. I may knit a hat and booty set.
Yeah.
Out of the cotton fixation.
Oh, that's a good idea. I need to knit baby stuff. I have 2 babies to knit for.
So maybe our next knit along will be babies.
Yeah, maybe next month will be baby stuff because I have 2 babies to knit for coming up.
So I might do that, but it would be in larger needles, like 5 or 6. Because it's cotton fixation. You don't need it that small.
Yeah, I got to figure out what I'm going to knit. I mean...
Well, I started looking into sweaters, and I'm like, if it was somebody a little closer, it would be worth the knitting time, but it's, and no offense, it's just, she's knit-worthy, but not, I hate to say it this way, but I'm going to, not that knit-worthy.
Well,
And it's not the coworker so much. If it was, say it was my coworker's baby, which she'd have a heart attack right now, but she's obviously, her daughter's having a baby, it would be different. But because it's her daughter's baby.
It's like one step removed.
It is. So, and even my coworker who is having a baby isn't knit-worthy. But.
Well, my baby, one of the babies that I'm knitting for is my
future niece or nephew,
future
right?
niece. It's a girl.
Oh, they know?
Yep.
Aww.
I know. I'm kind of sad because in my husband's family, going back 4 generations, everyone had a girl and then a boy. Like every single person. And they're the first ones to buck the trend. They're having a second girl. And the first thing everybody said when they announced it was, you broke the streak. I love it, though, because I think 2 sisters have a really special relationship. And girls are way more fun to knit for. But it's kind of giving me a puzzle. Because I knit a bunch of girly stuff for my baby niece that she still has that can be used on my second baby niece.
Right, there's really no need to knit more.
Right, like I'm not going to knit the holiday hats again because they have the holiday hats.
Yeah, but even if it was a boy, you wouldn't knit the holiday hats again.
No, but I made
a
hand-spun sweater for my niece that's pink and purple, and they can give that to my new niece. And I knit that owl sleepy sack thing, and they can use that.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to make some kind of a sweater. I probably won't do hand spun again, just because it's like an extra step, and I have to like source some good superwash, and it's just a pain. I'll probably do something a little more washable, and like maybe a cotton wool blend, like cottonies or something like that.
You won't like that.
I won't like cottonies.
No,
I don't know.
Something
something that's easy to take care of.
Not
I'm
for
thinking
a
of like
sweater.
a little.
What about Dream in Color?
I probably have leftover Dream in Color that I could make.
What if you did a tulip sweater? You must have enough Dream in Color for
Well, I
tulips.
gave a lot of my Dream in Color away to Suzanne so she could make a sweater for her daughter.
I bet you'd still have more.
I can look. But I'm probably going to make some kind of a sweater, so I have to be looking for that. The baby's not due until the end of July, so I have a few months to think about it. Maybe when I'm at Maryland Sheep and Wool, I'll see something. Like, you know how Miss Babs and also Fiber Optic has those little sets of minis?
Yes.
I might get a set of minis and make a tulip sweater, like that idea, but with a set of minis. That would be really cute.
That would be cute.
I think that's a good thing to think about. So, baby clothes are definitely in my future date.
There you go. So you do have a future date.
Now I do.
Me, like I said, I might look into it after this pair of socks. Like I'll have Max's socks, but also look into fixation. She's into the pinks and the purples. So I'm going to look into, I have a whole bag full.
Yeah, you have a lot of fixation.
So I'll look into that and just finish my socks. So I got to work on Max's socks and my other sock blank sock.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you were doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Baubles and Bling. I have Baubles and Bling this week. This is my problem. When Lois of Knittingsmybag tells me that she's having an update, I need to not go to the update.
You didn't go to the one yesterday, did you?
I did, but I didn't buy anything. Thank goodness. But I just bought a really nice bag from Jess for my
oh right.
So for my bag budget. Plus, I just got 2 Knittingsmybag bags. So I saw this. It's Little Red Riding Hood. Look how cute that is. There's the grandma and Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf. Is that not so cute?
It is cute. What are those dolls?
Matryoshka. It reminds me of Russian folk art. So I saw this bag and I wanted it in this color and it was already bought. But they had one in white. So I bought the white one because I like that one almost as well. I like the coordinating color that it comes with on the inside too. It's really pretty. But then after I bought it, I messaged Lois to see if she had any more of this. And she didn't have any more of the coordinating lining. So she just put a matching one in for me, which is fine. But she did, so I ordered one of each. I know, I'm out of control. Lily said to me the other day, why do you have so many bags? Because I just love them. I just love them. Every time I go to my bag storage, I have a hassock from IKEA that you can take the top off of in their storage in there. I have all my bags in there. Every time I go in, I love it. I go through all of them and I'm like, which one am I going to use? And like this one, you know, the red went really well with it. So I put it in here and we'll see what this is going to be for. Maybe Lucky Cat could go in here because it would look kind of good with this one. But I had to have them. These are so cute. It's a good thing I'm not quilting anymore because I would have so much fabric, it would be out of control. It's probably good that I sort of am limited to supplies. But when Lois puts out a cute new bag, I am just a sucker. And I was like, I'm not going to look.
Sucker, all right.
And then I looked. But they're so pretty. I love when they're new. They're so crisp.
I think the only bag I have besides any that she might have given me is the medium one, the Flames.
I'm a bag whore. I just love them.
It's funny because I am to a certain degree. Like for a long time, I had different canvas bags, but I've even limited myself to those.
Well, I was a pocketbook and
you've
tote
always
person,
been a bag.
And I got rid of almost all of those when I decluttered this summer. I still have all of my Vera Bradley, but I got rid of a lot of my purses. I had when I was working, I had a purse for every single suit. I have a lot of bags.
Oh, yeah.
So now I mostly just have knitting bags. And honestly, I'd say 98% of them are Knittingsmybag and Stitch by Jessalou. Those are the 2 brands that I really like.
I was very close to buying a Stitch by Jessalou bag the other day.
Which one?
The blue sheep, it's white sheep with the blue background. It was a wedge bag. I was really close to that.
Because my custom bag, guess what's on it?
Well, side note, I'm glad I didn't because then the next day we needed to put the money into the heater.
Then you needed, yeah. Well, my custom bag is the llama print that she had. I'm like, you need to order that for me. I'm very excited. That's for my Lazy Kate. I've been meaning to do it, and I just never did, and I finally got around to putting my order in.
Officially finished.
Yay!
Officially finished.
So those Knittingsmybag bags are my Babules and Bling.
I have Babules and Bling, but they're at home because they came today. So I don't even know what I have. But Blue Moon Fiber Art should be coming soon.
It seems like I should have more Babules and Bling, but I'm realizing the other thing that came from me was my lavender milk tea. I had a lot of packages this week, but none of them were knitting related.
Oh, okay.
And I'm waiting. Something else is coming. I think I ordered something else. I don't know.
Did I order anything? No, I've come awfully close.
Oh, I have to just stop going on Etsy.
Yeah.
And on people's updates. I'm going to have to block Knittingsmybag from my
funny.
timeline.
Every time I think about an update, like Fiber Nymph was doing an update and I wanted to look at it, but it was at 3 o'clock on Sunday and I was working at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Lollipop Yarn did an update and I was like, oh, I got to go on that. And I was like, no, I don't.
Well, and then I have to say, I have enough yarn. Like, I have enough Blue Moon that I don't need anything else. And, you know, I've had Good and Plenty from Fiber Nymph for ages and I've yet to
I have to keep in mind that I'm going to Maryland Sheep and Wool in like 6 weeks or something. Like, I am going to be at a huge... So I'm trying to like look at the vendors that are going to be there and kind of plan out some ideas.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah. I almost bought a sweater's worth of yarn from Diabolical, but I have credit with her, so that's different. Like, I have money to spend with her, so... It's not like I'd be...
What was I looking at? There was some stuff that I was looking at her stuff, too. And I'm like, no, because I have to say, I'm strong in the sense that I have enough. I know it's the stuff that I pick out is the same color scheme that I already have in my stash. So I'm like, no, you have this in your stash. Don't do it now.
It's like I do actually have a budget, and I do have... some little income of my own that I spend on my stuff.
Right.
And I think that's what you do. You know, you are the same way. You have a budget in your mind of how much you really want to spend, and you don't go over that. And frankly, I do have a problem with bags. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you do.
I do have a problem with bags. I cannot help myself. I love them. And they're handy for lots of things. I use Jess's...
Except you don't use them for anything other
than... Oh, I do. I use Jess's box bags to take toiletries with me when I travel. I like how I can throw everything into one of her box bags because it has a zipper.
Yeah.
And I've used the other ones. My kids have them. Lois has given them. We use them to take toys and a DS along places.
Right,
and,
we've done that.
You know, I've used mine to take stuff if I'm going somewhere. It's not just my knitting. I'll put other stuff in there, too. Sometimes I use one instead of a purse so that I just have one bag.
Right.
But I do use them. And then, of course, I have a lot of projects that are ongoing that I'm not working on. Which means when we go to Connecticut, I need to buy some more of the little mini ones from Jess.
When is Connecticut?
April.
Ooh.
I think it's the week
it's
before.
Usually the last week of
It's
April,
the week before I go to Maryland. My mom will be here, so maybe my mom will come with us.
Okay, as long as I'm not working.
Well, if you are working, I'll just go with my mom. I'd rather go with you, but I can't control your job schedule.
No, what is it? Connecticut Sheep and Wool?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the good thing about my job. It's every third weekend, and she keeps to it so that I know in advance that I am not working October weekend for Rhinebeck. Right. I know in advance I've already put my time in.
That's good.
Yeah, so I just... Saturday, April 25th, which is my mother's birthday.
Aw.
Not that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom will be here. Last year, she was here and she didn't go with us, though, so she might not want to go. She might spend that time with
you didn't go either. You were...
No, I went to Connecticut. We went to Connecticut because we went there and we met Jess and for lunch. We did. I didn't go to Massachusetts Sheep and Wool.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of, Mass Sheep and Wool. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did I say? That was the 25th?
Mm-hmm.
So hold on. I work that one, so I'm working the 28th. Off, on. I'm not working.
Yay! That's good, because I love that. And now I know a really excellent diner to eat at on the way home that I ate at with Diane when we went. It's so good. That was where Diane and I ate like 15 dishes.
Oh, yeah. I
remember?
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, we'll take that. Why not? We'll have that too. We had like, our whole table was just covered with food. I've never eaten so much in my life. It was kind of awesome.
So, yeah, I was getting mine confused with Mass Sheep and Wool last year.
Mass Sheep and Wool. I didn't go last year because I went to that wedding.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to go by myself.
But now she's married, so there's not going to be another wedding. And my baby niece won't be due until the middle of July. So I don't have any obligations. Yeah. So that's it for Babules and Bling. Crushes and Heartbreaks. My crush. I had a crush. What was it? My crush is that my baby niece is fine. My heartbreak is that my baby niece has been to the ER twice this week. The first time she, well, we're not 100% sure what happened, but we're pretty sure she took a nosedive off of the recliner, and she had the biggest goose egg on her forehead that I've ever seen in my entire life. It literally looked like somebody had stuck a purple golf ball in her head. It was huge. My sister-in-law called me because I live like 5 minutes from her, and her husband was working, and she doesn't have a car, and said, I think I need to take her to urgent care. And when I got there, she said, maybe I should go to Winchester. And I said, yeah, I really think you should, because even though the baby was fine, she was not crying, she was acting normal, nothing was wrong with her, she didn't have any of the danger signs. That was the biggest goose egg I've ever seen. I was like, and it was purple. It was like bright purple. I was like, yeah, we should have that looked at. And she went there and she had a great time. But she started getting sick to her tummy today. And even though it's a couple of days later, it's not good to have that symptom after you've had a head injury. So she had to go back and have a CAT scan, but she's fine.
Good.
And I did drive over there, but my brother-in-law was able to get home in time to take her, so I didn't have to go to the emergency room this time. I was kind of glad because I don't want to get sick from being in the emergency room. But I love my baby niece, and I would do anything for her and her family. But it was really good to hang out with my sister-in-law because I haven't spent a lot of time over there because I keep getting sick from this medication that I'm taking and or a stomach virus, whatever is causing it. So that's my crush and my heartbreak. She got hurt, but she's fine.
That's good.
And I told my sister-in-law if she goes one more time, she can tie my son's record for 3 times in a week to the emergency room. That's his record. She's hoping not to beat that record.
Yeah.
Or even meet that record. I think they're done. So that's one crush and heartbreak. And my other heartbreak is having headaches and that stomach problem again, and I'm looking at my thing that I've kept track, and it looks like it's cyclical, so it must be hormonal. It's causing.
Oh, I'm thinking cyclical. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry. Big words.
Yeah, cyclical. So I'm glad that I kept track of it because I was able to go back and look, and. So that's good. That means that after a while it's going to stop.
Right.
So, but I've had a migraine for 2 days now. Right here. So that's my other heartbreak. I haven't been on the treadmill because it's really hard to work out when you have somebody sticking a metal spike in the side of your head.
Well, it's funny because my headaches have been here, which is sinus,
It's allergy, yeah.
Like yesterday I had one, and of course being an idiot, it was like dull enough that I didn't think about taking anything until I went to bed.
We have pollen here now because it's been so warm. Like it's been the first time in a long time. Sometimes I get this headache. It'll start out like a sinus headache, and then if I have it long enough, it changes into the metal spike in my head thing right here, which is more of a migraine, which is what happened with this one. But I checked I have a Weather Channel app.
Check on it's the same weather one.
Tree pollen, medium.
Mine doesn't look like that.
Anyway, that's it for my crushes and heartbreaks.
Oh, like my crushes and heartbreaks. So let's see. First off, I work Sunday, and I got something really nice from a coworker of mine for working that. She gave me some slippers nail polish, and a lot of the favors, which was chocolate covered pretzel, a marshmallow. Ooh. She did a fabulous job for her daughters. It's her first grandchild, and she's having a girl. And so she spent a lot of time, and she's really crafty and creative. She did all these things by herself. So she gave me a little gift bag to say thank you, and my son commandeered the nail polish and the slippers.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. And he put the nail polish on, and he goes, "Look, Mama, it looks like lavender slime." I'm like, okay.
Okay, whatever floats your boat, baby.
And I said, you know the rules. He goes, I know, I got to take it off before school because he's too young. He's 11. He's not going to wear that to school.
Well, my 11-year-old wears it to school.
I know, but don't you dare say that to my son.
I won't.
Because he'll be like, but because we already have that argument.
You have a rule.
We have an argument. So I was not able to wear makeup and stuff until I was 16-ish. I don't remember.
I was not allowed to wear makeup on my face, but nail polish I could wear.
I don't remember being interested in nail polish because I used to bite my fingernails. So I had the stubs. I don't do it now. Like bite my fingernails, meaning.
I don't think I wore a lot of nail polish when I was. I don't think
they didn't have the colors they have now.
I don't think it was quite as.
It wasn't as easy. I think. I mean, it took forever to dry. You are risking your life with her. Anyway, so we have a rule that he's too young for it, but he'll say, "But so and so's wearing it." I'm like, well, that's their mommy's choice. Your mommy says no.
Our family rule is, that's the rule.
So don't
make
sure she doesn't say anything. But then again, it's your family rule. You just have to
say that's their rule.
Yeah, it's your family rule. But anyways, so that was nice. Couple of heartbreaks. So what was it? Raining Saturday? Coming down fairly good on Saturday?
No, it snowed. What day did it rain and what day did it snow? It rained one day and then it snowed.
It rained and then snowed. Oh, okay. So I think it rained Saturday and into Sunday morning it snowed.
And then it snowed Sunday.
Or Sunday, yeah. So we had more leakage. Oh. Same area that we had our snow dam. So Cam was thinking that maybe something was melting, but I'm like, it couldn't be. So I think we have more damage on our roof than we believe.
Yeah. Which
is entirely possible.
We had leaking on our roof upstairs under the eaves in a place that did not have a snow dam.
Yeah, so
we are planning to have our roof replaced this year. We already were. So
we got a call from a contractor that must have gotten our name from our insurance. So I'll let my husband deal with that. And then another heartbreak is because I work Sunday, I had Monday off. Woke up to 54 degrees in our house. Our heater was not working. I thought maybe we just needed oil. We needed a new filter in our hot water heater. No, it's not. We don't have a hot water in our boiler. Yeah. Because we don't have a hot water heater. So that was fine. It was just more money than we were willing to spend at the moment. So
I hate it when that happens.
So I spent the whole day. The socks would have been definitely done before today. I spent the whole day underneath the blankets in my bedroom because it was warm. Cold. It was so, it wasn't, like, I wake up every morning to 58 degrees in my house, and I wear short sleeves to work because that's what scrubs are. I don't know of any scrubs that has long sleeves. And I'm fine with that. But I could not deal with 54 degrees trying to sit and watch TV.
No, because when I get up because our house goes down to 55 at night. When I get up with my daughter, it's 55, and the heat's just coming on. But by an hour later, it's like more 68. It's like heated up. So, but sitting in 55 degrees for any length of time would just chill you.
58 is doable within reason. 54 was not. But then it was a little bit more tolerable throughout the course of the day because it got warmer outside. Yeah. When my son got up, it was probably 23 degrees out. By the time the heat was actually fixed, it was probably 40 something. Still cold, but still, the sun hitting the house warms it up. So it wasn't as intolerable, but it was a good enough excuse for me to stay in bed. I liked it.
Well, hey, it was your day off.
Yeah, but it was my day off spending it in the house when I could have been doing other things because I was waiting for the oil to be delivered. Yeah. And then I was waiting for the service people. And actually it worked out well because I was supposed to be called after 1, but the person before me canceled, so they came earlier.
Oh, yeah. See, I was at the hospital where Sheila works on Monday for most of the day.
Yeah, she texted me. You at work today? I'm like, no. Not that I would have been able to pop in real quick.
We were there for 5 hours, I think, total. But because I was driving, I sent my brother-in-law back to work because I didn't need to be anywhere.
Right.
It was better for me to stay. But yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. I think that's pretty much it for Crushes and Heartbreaks.
Gossip and Innuendo, we drew a winner of the Socks for Jeans ebook pattern, and that is L. Simon 1, Linda. She was post number 53. So, Linda, I will send your name to Deborah Tomasello, and she will send you your prize. Yay. And the new contest is going to be for the Knittingsmybag Bag and matching yarn that was donated to us by Lois, who is the proprietor of Knittingsmybag. Wait, I get the game center and the photos mixed up all the time. They're too close together the way they look. I can't stand the game center. So this is it. It's dragonflies. It's a very nice springy print and some matching yarn. Numma Numma, which I think is no longer in business. Her Panna sock, which is, it says, con panna, phrase, with cream, usually whipped. When served with espresso, it's a classic version of the modern latte or cappuccino. Number 3, the softest, fluffiest merino you've ever knit. So that's what it says about her yarn, and that is in colors that go with the bag. So I'm going to start a contest thread, and if you want to win the bag and yarn, you tell me what you will knit with the yarn. And we're going to do this for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we will draw 203, episode 203. I don't know why I was saying 2003. I didn't even know what you were saying. 2000, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, episode 203 will draw a winner of the Knittingsmybag. The cat is just licking me. Come on. When do I do this again? I just need to quickly write, what would you knit? Because I will forget that like in the next 10 minutes. Also, to the lady that I'm sending my old project, I am going to get that out this week. I just haven't had my act together. Yeah, the winner, Knitter's Chow from, I think it was Knitter Chow, who won the contest not last week, but 2 weeks ago. I would have mailed it today, but, I was late for the post office, so I apologize. Yeah, the post office. And I'm waiting one more week before I try and contact our winners from last week. Just in case. Just in case they contact you. Yeah. All right. So that's it for Gossip and Innuendo. That is. Right? Have a great week. Thanks for watching, as usual. We really do appreciate it. We do it. And thank you for all the 200th episode congratulations. We do it because people like to watch it. And as long as you keep watching it, I guess we're going to keep doing it. Hey, it gives me motivation to knit, too, because honestly, if I didn't have the podcast, I probably would not knit as much. Well, because I'm busy. I have not knit anything in so long. That's not true. You got socks. What are you talking about? But I just, I usually knit so much more. You do. Like, you usually have like 3 sweaters done by now. I just have to admit it. That tamoxifen is making me feel crappy, and I just am kind of like where I'm usually here. I'm kind of down here. Oh, one other gossip and heartbreak. What? I spent 2 hours at the dentist on Thursday. That's right, because you went after what happened. I'm getting some fillings replaced, old fillings, and the one is at an odd place, and apparently I have a small mouth, which is funny because I'm sure everybody else thinks I have a big mouth. I know I do. But according to my dentist, I have a small mouth. And so, 2 hours. They ended up putting a wedge in my mouth to help keep it open. But because I don't like the sound of the drills, I didn't feel any pain. I do now because it's sensitive, which is typical. I was gripping the arms of the chair, and I was all tensed. I was probably biting down on that wedge. Oh, God. Yeah, it wasn't good. Yeah, I grip on the handles so hard that I actually made myself pass out once after, because I have anxiety about the dentist. All the blood was like... That's the other thing, too, is...
So I've had some sleep issues. I'm seeing a pulmonary specialist in April, which I don't know why a pulmonary specialist. They said I have mild sleep apnea. That might be why. They probably want to make sure that my heart and lungs are okay. Well, when I was in the chair and they bring you down, I could feel it clogging up here. So I need to schedule an appointment with an ear, nose, and throat person.
Yeah, because maybe your sinuses are...
I think my adenoids are enlarged.
Oh, that's not good.
No, but if that's the case, then maybe we can get it taken care of and I can breathe and sleep.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, that was a crash. I go back in April for another cleaning and a small...
I finally got all of mine replaced. Apparently, the ones that we got as children are not good for your teeth.
Well, they're metal and they're old, and my dentist said just like old tiles, they can get cracked, and
they can also make your teeth crack.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I have an old filling where this tooth I think has a lot of filling in it. And she showed me the crack of the tooth. I'm like, oh my God,
yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that.
I actually had to get one of my teeth, what do they call it? Capped.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be capped.
Such a bad crack. He's like, I can try to fix it, but it's cracked pretty far. And if it cracks down anymore, you're going to need a root canal. I was like, oh, just put a cap on it. I don't want a root canal. I'll do whatever you say.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dentist is no fun.
No.
So.
Oh, that's it. Sorry. I just remembered that.
That is a terrible heartbreak.
Thank God.
Well, I hope everybody has a better week than Sheila did.
With
her teeth and her roof leaking.
Oh yeah, it was bad enough that we actually had to put a bucket underneath.
Yeah, that's what we did under our eaves.
We didn't have to do that for any of the other. Like I was able to sop it up with the towel and not worry about it, but it was bad enough where we had to put a bucket in it. And I mean, so the side of our thing that we've had some issues. It's like I could probably pull off the piece that's. Plaster needs
plaster. If sheetrock is there when it gets really damp, it basically disintegrates.
Yeah.
And we had our ceiling in our kitchen, and when I put my hand up there to feel if it was wet, my finger poked right through the ceiling, and then a chunk of it fell down because it was so saturated. So I have a big hole in my ceiling. And I still haven't heard back with the estimate from them, so I got to call them again. The lady that's handling my claim, the particular claims person, is just not keeping up her end of the deal.
Yeah, we still have the check sitting on our refrigerator until we're ready to deal with it.
Yeah, I haven't received a check. I haven't even received an estimate, and I think it's probably because my claims adjuster is... The original claims adjuster I had was so overwhelmed you couldn't leave a message on her voicemail. And so they hired somebody in Texas to handle claims, and they never called me. So I've only ever had contact about my claim with the inspector. And he said it would be 10 days. And he's emailing me, so I'm just assuming that the claims adjuster has not gotten back to him to sign off on it so that he can send it to me.
Right.
So, and I'm like, come on, please don't make me run around for this.
Right.
Yeah. I'm thinking of getting a different insurance company, but I know that my insurance company is one of the big providers in Massachusetts because for a long time...
What do you have again?
Commerce. MAP free. And for a long time in Massachusetts, there were only like a couple of insurance people that you could use for car insurance. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I got car insurance through them first. So when we got our homeowners, I just called up my insurance guy and had him hook me up with homeowners. And the car people are always like...
Yeah, because they know you need to...
But I think that because of the number of people that have homeowners with them right now, it's just... They're overwhelmed. And I get it, but I need to start hiring people to come in and fix this stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to get any better.
Well, hopefully it won't get worse.
No, we're not having any leaking. Now we just have a hole in the roof. I don't know. We've had leaking there before, but I think maybe this time something came off. But we can't really make a claim on it because our roof is really old. So we need to have it replaced. I guess I could hire the people to come and do that now. There's no reason to wait for that. Probably looking for business.
Probably.
So, Anyway, I forgot we were still recording.
I know. I was thinking that too. Sorry. I'm also trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing on this sock because it's been so long since I picked it up. I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I forgot how to knit my sock.
Well, after that little deviation, I hope everybody has a great week.
We're finally going to leave you now.
Yeah, sorry.
Knit with heart.
Bye.
Bye.